Hey, how's it going, everyone? All right, so this video is going to be a little longer than my past ones on this channel. I actually got a video limit removed, so I had to verify that I'm a real person and not artificial intelligence or a robot, essentially. So I can actually make videos on this channel that are longer than 15 minutes. The premise of this video is going to be primarily around some cost-saving tips. Pretty much some things that I've done to save some money, because doing a low-carb lifestyle, whether you're doing keto, ketovore, carnivore, it can actually get very expensive. Then on the opposite side, you could notice that your bank account is going up every month. And there's certain tips to really do, because when I was about to actually start doing carnivore, believe it or not, I kind of really thought that I had to be eating ribeyes like every single day, like Dr. Sean Baker. No, I'm not a retired doctor. I'm also not a multi-millionaire as well, too. A lot of these like influencers you see on the internet, they do have a lot of extra bling bling to really be spending on like the premium style of meats. Although that doesn't mean occasionally you can't include a nice piece of ribeye into your routine. Maybe a good $14 or $15 piece, maybe even 20. Special occasion, maybe like Christmas. Hopefully everyone had a great Christmas last week, or any other holiday that you celebrate. That's when I personally really whip out the expensive filet mignons, ribeyes, expensive pieces of salmon. If you're doing keto, maybe go to like some premium style produce along with add-ons as well. There's a lot of things that you can incorporate that will definitely drive up your monthly spending doing these type of lifestyles. And people are really unaware about some simple things that can just really save you a lot of money, because ultimately switching from a American Standard diet to a low carb lifestyle, it really should be saving you money at the end of the month, unless you are literally living on gas station food and then you transition into a low-carb whole food diet. If you happen to be living on Doritos, snacks, candy bars, yeah, then I can understand why doing keto would be more expensive, because, well, eating one bag of chip that is like 200 calories, to get 200 calories from like a piece of meat, obviously it's going to be more than that bag of chips. Remember, it doesn't matter what issues that you have in life, processed food contributes to all issues. This video is going to be in this playlist. This playlist and everything that I talk about regarding any case studies is going to be down below in the description. I have this playlist going, primarily designed about polycystic kidney disease. I also have another playlist on my gaming channel, pretty much documenting my almost 20-month healing journey. Literally 17 months from doing a strict ketogenic diet, a strict ketovore diet, and then a strict carnivore diet, and my polycystic kidney disease has reversed drastically in size. The kidneys grew because I was eating a lot of sugar and processed crapola, and then now they have shrunk in size, which is a medical nuance. So two great playlists if you are new here, as well as I honestly got to make an updated video for my homemade pumpkin coffee, but doing a homemade real pumpkin coffee, it's so much better than the artificial nonsense out there. Okay, so for this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my food logs and going over how I essentially was doing keto, ketovore, and carnivore, and how I was very much saving more money than I was spending on my old ways of eating. Before I show you my food logs, full disclosure, if you are from the polycystic kidney disease community, I really don't like showing my food logs a lot of the times because I don't want people to copy me. If you try to copy the amount of food that I eat in one day, you're more than likely going to fail. My food intake along my protein, my fat, my carbs, they are customized to me and my activity level. The way that I have reversed my PKD is by learning my body. So if you see that I eat X amount of protein in one day, don't try to replicate it. I get asked that question all the time. How much protein do you eat? How many carbs? How much fat? It's like, yo, you have to be listening to your own body. And if you have a BMI issue, you're obese, you got to be eating a lot less food to become unobese, and you got to exercise. Exercise is really a must for anything in life. And you got to really, but for me personally, I've actually been on a weight gaining cycle in the last year now. And this year, I'm looking in the past year, I've actually put on about 12 pounds of lean muscle mass. My goal for this year, 2026, is probably to stack on maybe anywhere between another 5 to 8 pounds. Yes, going up in muscle mass with a kidney disease, polycystic kidney disease, is a must. Because when you build muscle mass, the likelihood of you increasing your BMI, such as fat on your body, it goes down drastically. And PKD is very much a BMI-driven disease, which is really honestly a heartbreaker. But on the flip side, you don't have to be obese to have your kidneys grow. My kidneys grew when I was not obese over a year and a half ago. I was just living on sugar, which is not the best. So full disclosure, before you see my food logs, I just basically want to go ahead and throw that out there. Please do not try to copy what my daily macros are, my protein, my carbs, and fat. Please learn your body. But definitely take with a grain of salt everything that I'm going to be talking about, because I have definitely learned a lot in the last almost 2 years now that can definitely save you save you a pretty penny. Okay, so firstly, I'm using a website called Chronometer. Some people pronounce it as Chronometer. I kind of like Chronometer a little more. I don't know why. Okay, so this is back in November of 2024. I was doing a standard ketogenic diet. Now, when I started doing this, I did dirty keto for 2.5 months. From the end of May 2024 up until beginning of August 24, I was doing dirty keto. What is dirty keto? I was eating keto ice cream. Terrible. I had some gut issues because of that nonsense. Water cheers. I was having keto snack bars. They're all made by the processed food companies. I honestly really don't even care about naming names. Rebel ice cream is not keto. If you think that Rebel ice cream is keto, I hate to break this to you, but it is made by the same food companies that are called processed food companies. Processed food companies have infiltrated the ketogenic space, which is why that I feel very more secure in a carnivore and also ketovore atmosphere for my own living, because the food that I eat is 1, 2, 3 word, maybe 4 with some spices, ingredients. I don't have food that is like made in a factory per se, with loaded with additives, loaded with preservatives, loaded with artificial sweeteners, loaded with supposedly sugar alcohol that is not supposed to spike our blood sugar. Run some tests on yourself, see what it does to you. I mean, a lot of people love Rebel ice cream. I honestly think it is just a gateway food. I'm pretty sure we've all heard of the term a gateway drug. Well, I honestly believe that artificial keto ice cream is a gateway food for sugar cravings. If that annoys you, I'm glad that it annoys you because it's a wake up call. The 2.5 months that I was doing dirty keto, I had sugar cravings up the wazoo because of this stupid artificial nonsense ice cream. If you're having artificial sweeteners and artificial ice cream, you're going to crave sugar. That's why the processed food companies make the keto version of ice cream, because they want you to get hooked on real, or I should say man-made ice cream. You want some real ice cream, I will make videos on how to make some real ice cream. And I make real ice cream at home. Like, you can take some yogurt, some heavy cream, some raw eggs, some berries, put it all in a blender. You have real ice cream. Pop it in the freezer. It tastes out of this world. Whole food real ice cream. Yeah, it's not going to taste like Ben & Jerry's ice cream. It's not going to taste like Rebel ice cream. But I'm going to be producing a lot of content in the near future on how you can really get out of those bad cravings. But yeah, for the first 2.5 months during dirty keto, I was it was pretty bad. Now I have absolutely no sugar cravings at all. But okay, so my food logs back in November doing standard keto, I was not perfect on standard keto. Obviously, a lot of this stuff had a lot of very, very, very raw ingredients. To be honest, this kind of cheese is really, if you read the ingredients, there's a lot of things in there that could significantly maybe affect you, especially if you have a hard time processing cheese, such as maybe like you have a lactose intolerance, or maybe just cheese in general doesn't really sit well with you. I was doing a keto-friendly yogurt snack, which turned out to be utterly crapola. These things are not even being sold anymore because I didn't even realize that they actually had an artificial sweetener in them. So there were things that I was doing during keto which I was not entirely totally down to the T, but still doing consistent keto for me, it halted my progression. But a lot of these things here are definitely going to rack up your food bill. I can go ahead and tell you, having some yogurt, yes, obviously this yogurt had 15 grams of protein, 15 grams of fat, couple carbs, but they were fairly on the expensive side when it came to yogurt. I think these things were over $2 when you could typically get some plain fat Greek organic yogurt for maybe less than $2, maybe even on sale for $1.50. My Bulletproof coffee pods, Bulletproof is actually a phenomenal, very organic coffee company. I highly recommend you checking them out. Going to be talking more about it. I was making homemade pumpkin coffee, real pumpkin coffee. Legitimately just heavy cream, a couple tablespoons, 4 tablespoons of real pumpkin puree, and then some spices. The heavy cream, I want to say, was actually, because I was using it fairly often, it was a little on the expensive side. So maybe if I cut out the heavy cream, that could definitely save me some money there. Moving on to lunch, obviously avocados, eggs. This artificial sour cream, it's kind of really funny because I have a couple family members that do ketogenic lifestyle. One tends to be more towards carnivore like me. The other is more so towards keto. I was using a sour cream alternative, which I found out actually has some pretty dirty ingredients. Definitely check the ingredients, because a lot of things that are keto, they could very well be sneaking in some starches. But ultimately, the main thing during keto that cost me the most money, believe it or not, was the produce. Obviously, the cheese. Primal Kitchen salad dressings are phenomenal. They are made with avocado oil. They do have a lot of sodium, so be mindful of it. But these salad dressings are utterly out of this world. They are extremely low carb. You can make a chicken salad, put some salad dressing. They have like a ranch version of this. They have a balsamic version. They taste amazing. But the thing about the produce and the ketogenic area is that a lot of your money actually comes from like salad dressings. Mayonnaise is pretty expensive. I was using a nut butter seed at this time. It's kind of a blend of like peanut butter, macadamia nuts. Probably the only highest thing in really oxalates that I was really taking in, but still, even taking some stuff like this, I was still on a very low oxalates diet and still am. Eggs, obviously chosen mayonnaise is another one too. One jar of chosen mayonnaise is over $10, but in my opinion, it is actually tastes better than Primal Kitchen mayonnaise. Primal Kitchen mayonnaise, salad dressings, they can definitely rack up your food bill, especially when you're buying like maybe 3 Primal Kitchen salad dressings a week and maybe like 1 or 2 chosen mayonnaise jars per week as well. I was doing cauliflower rice, never really a fan of broccoli. Cauliflower rice actually took away my rice cravings, which was really good. Doing some tuna here and there. But overall, the most expensive items, like I said, for me during keto was the produce and really the salad dressings. Now, when I moved into doing Ketovore, earlier this year, up until my MRI, my MRI number 2, in April, I, pretty much saw a drop in my food bill per month. And the reason I saw a drop in my food bill per month is because I replaced the salad with just more meat, and I replaced the Primal Kitchen salad dressing with more butter, and also with more chosen mayonnaise, which is made with avocado oil. So I swapped out essentially practically all the veggies, non-starchy veggies. During Ketovore, I was still doing avocados. I actually got into larger, like jumbo-sized avocados. I would occasionally have cauliflower rice, but I mean, for the majority of it, with Ketovore, I was still doing my morning pumpkin coffee. It's kind of really funny because then when I moved into Carnivore, I stopped the pumpkin coffee and my food bill actually went down even more. We'll get to that momentarily, but pretty much aged cheese is really, really good. Can be very inexpensive. Actually, no, wait a second. No, aged cheese is actually definitely more. But if you're going to be consuming cheese, in my personal opinion, it really should be high quality premium cheese. Kerrygold aged cheese, aged, if I'm not mistaken, has a lot less lactose. So once again, if you have a problem with lactose, this may be a better option if you can tolerate it. It is fairly on the expensive side, but it is more premium compared to other things. Heavy cream, Irish butter, eggs, of course, bulletproof coffee, homemade bulletproof coffee, some more cheese. I was basically adding in some cheese also into, I would mash up pretty much an avocado, add some cheese in. Yes, I am a little bit of a cheese hound. I did cut back a lot of cheese on Carnivore, though. This one really ticked me off. I gotta make an entire video talking about farm-raised seafood. Believe it or not, farm-raised seafood actually has a food dye in it. If you don't believe me, look it up. I will make an entire video on it. It's utterly nonsense. The type of fish that I eat nowadays is wild caught. So as you basically see, for me on Ketovore, I basically pretty much got rid of a lot of the produce. Still was doing some berries. I ended up swapping out the yogurt of that keto yogurt to actually phage whole milk yogurt. Organic Rancher, I'd primarily do 80-20, but I believe on this day I was actually out of 80-20, so I went to 85-15. Obviously, I just pretty much did more butter, and more mayo, also MTC oil as well. So for me personally, I noticed that I ended up saving money by getting rid of the produce. And the more that you move towards just like meat and fat, protein and fat, your food bill, theoretically, maybe it should go down a little bit. Obviously, carnivore for me, pretty much eggs. I have eggs every single morning because my body just craves the B vitamins, I believe. And I literally feel like Superman once I go ahead and have my eggs in the morning. Obviously, I would primarily just drink black coffee or even add maybe a little butter to my eggs also. Cook my eggs in butter every morning. Ghee is absolutely incredible. The pink Himalaya ghee is out of this world. And for lunch, very much into either sockeyed salmon, wild-caught sockeyed salmon, or wild-caught king salmon. There were some days, though, that I had to just stick to sockeyed salmon. Sockeyed salmon actually has a lot less fat, but I would replicate that fat by just having more butter. Vital Farms is a very great 1 or 2 word ingredient style butter. It's literally just cream and salt, depending which one you get, which is what you want. Please, as always, read the ingredients. I did do chicken, a little bit of chicken, here and there on carnivore, but this was just one like random day. Primarily, I did have a lot of beef was my go-to, ground beef, 80-20 or 70-30. But overall, for me personally, I found that doing strict carnivore was pretty much the biggest money saver. And I was not having ribeyes every day. I was just having basic things as ground beef. Obviously, a lot of butter. If you're doing keto, obviously doing a lot of veggies, that definitely becomes cost-driven, since veggies are they definitely don't ramp up your calories like a pound of red meat. And you can definitely get 100% grass-fed beef for, I believe it's 1 pound will be right around maybe $9 or $10, depending where you go to. And I mean, for me, typically I would have like a pound of red meat per day, and it would be primarily ground beef. So you figure, all in all, maybe the pound of ground beef plus during carnivore, I was eating anywhere between maybe 8 to 14 eggs per day. Yes, that's right. 8 to 14 eggs per day. Love eggs. B vitamins all the way. Don't be scared of eggs. Eggs are your friend. They are utterly amazing. The amount of B vitamins you get. You can do eggs on keto. You can do eggs on Ketovore, carnivore. They are superfood, significantly superfood, and they've been demolished by society for very, very a long time. But a real tip that I would say is that if you are really looking to save money into whatever you're doing, try to focus on getting your protein, your fat intake. Definitely prioritize protein and fat. Carbs are really luxury, even on keto, and you may have to go down even more depending on your body type to really stay in a solid state of ketosis. But whatever you're doing, try to get all your daily food in by just kind of like, hey, what is a premium style of carnivore? Premium style of carnivore is going straight to the butcher. Okay, I did not go straight to the butcher every single day. I went straight to my butcher maybe like a couple times per month. Because when I would go to my butcher, yes, I would get a fresh piece of ribeye, a fresh piece of a beef tenderloin. I would get filet mignon. I would get a fresh piece of king salmon. However, the majority of the time, I would go to the shelves, and on the shelves, you have packaged ground beef. So look for stuff like that. Just like how if you're in the produce aisle, maybe looking at some of the areas that are not like the most expensive veggies every single day. I really do apologize. I'm not really a veggie expert. I'm trying to really think. The biggest cost saver during keto is honestly going to be the salad dressings. If you can make your own salad dressing at home, that is something that I never did. I thought about doing it, but I never got around to it because I'm not really a chef guru. But if you can make your own salad dressing at home, you're going to save like dozens of dollars per weeks and maybe even a couple hundred like per month. I kid you not. I was buying about 3 of these Primal Kitchen salad dressings per week because I would also use them on like chicken, ground beef. There's various different uses for Primal Kitchen avocado salad dressings. You can use it on chicken, you can use it on beef, you can even use it on fish. So it definitely racks up your food bill. And if you're doing a high-fat diet, you need the fat. So if you can make your own salad dressing out of maybe butter and maybe some lemon, also maybe try just some, very important, I got to make a video on this as well too, organic extra virgin olive oil. Make sure it is in a glass container because these salad dressing, these oils are made in factories and they are heated, and if they're put into plastic, believe it or not, you are at risk of microplastics. Yes, microplastics are really a thing and they are very underplayed. But the salad dressings are a really big factor. I ended up talking to a couple people that ended up making their homemade mayonnaise to save some money there. Now, when you go out, for me personally, whenever I do go out, I primarily do carnivore. I'll end up getting a steak if I want to spend some money. Or honestly, I'll just go ahead and get some coffee and go ahead and get some burger patties. Maybe I'll have some cheese, a couple things of butter on the side. The reason personally, I do carnivore going out is because I just really am fed up with a lot of restaurants using low quality salad dressings. It's very unfortunate because the amount of money we pay at restaurants, the food quality is just, it's not really the best sometimes. And we think that we're getting fresh, good, ingredients and food. A lot of times it's really not. A lot of times it's better just make a big salad at home. Hopefully this video helps though, because I do understand that a lot of people are very worried and are very on a tight budget. In my opinion though, you can still do this on a tight budget. You just really gotta aim towards a way of a lot of this very like if you're having keto snacks, keto cookies, keto ice cream, and you're also having a lot of keto made products, very high organic products as well too. A lot of them can go ahead and rack up the food bill, but when you dive just into the simplest aspect of Mother Nature, such as like ground chicken, ground beef, ground turkey, stay away from the premium style of, cuts, just like maybe stay away from the premium style of veggies, and just go towards like something a little less premium. It can still give you a lot of the same benefits of being in ketosis, because at the end of the day, carbs are still carbs, sugar is still sugar, and protein is still, well, we have animal protein and also plant protein. That is a separate argument. I'm just gonna leave this video based on here. Hopefully this video really helped showing some of the items that I've consumed, some of the tips as well too. Please stay motivated, stay focused on your goals. There's a lot of noise these days, especially around social media and everywhere. Just ignore that nonsense. Focus on your body, focus on being consistent, and hopefully everyone's having a great day, and also excited for the New Year's as well too. All right, I'll be back with another tip video probably tomorrow or the following day. Take it easy, everyone, and later.